And a government shutdown just days away. House Speaker Mike Johnson has come up with a new plan. That includes 2 separate extensions to keep the federal government up and running. Nikole Killion is joining us now from Capitol Hill. Nikole, good morning. Is the Speaker's new plan something that could pass in time?
Well, we'll have to see, Anne Marie. This is a different approach by Speaker Johnson. Rather than extend government funding as a whole, he wants to do it in 2 phases through early next year, but some are already casting doubt on that plan.
I'm not going to comment on that yet.
In a conference call this weekend with House Republicans, newly minted Speaker Mike Johnson proposed a 2-step solution to temporarily extend government funding through a continuing resolution, or CR. The first extension would go through January 19, 2024, and include funding for agencies like transportation, housing, agriculture, and energy, while other departments like Defense, Homeland Security, and State would remain funded through February 2nd.
There's nothing magical or mysterious about it. It would just be effectively 2 phases.
The so-called laddered approach is designed to buy House Republicans more time to pass longer-term spending bills and does not include emergency aid requested by the White House for Israel, Ukraine, or the border, which would be considered separately.
There's no choice here. I mean, the world is on fire from where I sit. It is too, urgent. We can't sit back and do nothing.
But other GOP lawmakers say they're a hard no, arguing the stopgap measure continues the status quo. The White House called it an unserious proposal, though some congressional Democrats aren't closing the door.
I don't like this laddered CR approach. It looks gimmicky to me, but I'm open to what the House is talking about. The priority has to be keeping the government open.
The Senate is working on its own temporary spending bill, and if it can't reach agreement with the House and the government shuts down Friday, thousands of federal workers would be furloughed, and TSA employees and military troops would have to keep working without pay. Anne Marie?
All right. So, everyone's saying that the priority is to keep the government open, but clearly they have other priorities as well. Nikole, can we talk a little bit about the factors that all sides are considering, whether it's the Democrats, the Republicans, or perhaps the more far-right Republicans?
Yeah, well, even though this is a different approach, as I mentioned, at the end of the day, this is what you would call a clean CR, meaning there aren't a lot of extra policy proposals or provisions attached to it. The only thing that's different about it is that it's kind of this 2-step approach that the Speaker wants to pursue. And the thinking behind that is because, as we've discussed many times on this program, there are a number of appropriations bills that both the House and the Senate are trying to get passed, and they simply can't do it by that November 17th deadline. So part of the thinking is they can probably get some of them passed, and that's why there's one tranche that would be extended through January 19th, and then they feel they can get the rest of these bills done by that February 2nd deadline, so that there's not a need for these types of temporary stopgap measures going forward.
But sort of the key thing that's not included, that we talked about a little bit, is, funding for Israel, funding for Ukraine, funding for, other national security concerns. You got to wonder, if they get past this hump, how quickly will it come up again, and how quickly will this sort of funding become another negotiating tool?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And I mean, it's clear that they're going to kick the can down the road until after the Thanksgiving holiday to deal with this. And part of the thinking behind that, again, is, they're probably not going to come to any agreement, again, by the end of this week on things like Israel, Ukraine, and the border. There are some serious divides. As you know, the House did pass a standalone Israel aid package, but the White House does want to couple all of these things together. House Republicans in particular have made clear that, for instance, if they provide additional support for Ukraine, they want greater accountability, and that's why they kind of split that Israel aid off earlier this month. And so, there's talk about tying that to conditions for the southern border and making sure the border is properly funded and protected. So that's kind of what House Republicans are pushing for. And actually in the Senate, there's a group of bipartisan senators that are also working on some border proposals. So it's possible even in the Senate they can try to tie this border issue to Ukraine as well. So those are some of the discussions and negotiations that are being had. And again, we'll have to see after that Thanksgiving break whether this all comes together.
All right, Nikole, thank you.
You bet.